What is good, Ninja? OG over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to their PE, Nintendo Switch, and gaming news video. I want to first and foremost say thank you guys so much for the support. The channel is doing well. A lot of you guys really coming out, watching the videos, coming to the live streams, supporting. So thank you guys so much for everything. I really do appreciate that. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into the news. So Ike and Roy are not likely to be Fire Emblem Warriors DLC, supposedly. Now this comes from an interview, I guess from a Nintendo Dream article. Source Gaming is reporting on Twitter, and it says, don't count on Ike or Roy for Fire Emblem Warriors 1 DLC. According to a Nintendo Dream article, they won't make it unless there's a Fire Emblem Warriors 2. So let's talk about this a little bit, because a lot of people are really upset about this. I got this article off of Go Nintendo. There was 10 dislikes and people commenting and saying, why could they do this? Why would they not have these characters and all that? But you guys have to remember, literally like 2-3 weeks ago, they just said this game is not going to have any DLC. They said that this game has no DLC plans. And then all of a sudden it changed from no DLC plans to we have DLC to there's a season pass, plus there's like a pre-order bonus if you buy all of them, the bride outfit and everything. So it seems like things change kind of quickly when it comes to Koei Tecmo. They've done this before with other games where they say, oh, we don't think this is going to happen, and then all of a sudden it happens. Oh, is there going to be a 3DS version of Hyrule Warriors? No, we don't think it's going to happen. Oh, never mind. How about this? Hyrule Warriors Legends comes popping out from there. So I do feel that although they're saying this not at this point, that doesn't mean it's going to happen based on them just saying that there wasn't going to be any DLC, and then all of a sudden, oh, there's DLC. So they're saying right now, no, we don't think we're going to do Ike and Roy, but then they recently just said, oh, as far as characters go, we're going to be listening to you guys' feedback. So what I'm guessing is that they don't want to promise anything right at this point, but then it might get announced later on. I mean, we've seen this before, like I said with them. We've seen this before. They just said no DLC in the game. They have no plans for DLC. Then all of a sudden those plans change. So this could easily change. Obviously, I want Ike and Roy in the game as well, but I do feel that there is going to be a Fire Emblem Warriors 2, because Fire Emblem Warriors, as far as that style of game and the type of characters, there's so many characters to pull from. There's so many different things that they can do. I think there's more to where they can take the story. They can literally create more of the new characters, like the twins, and do stuff like that. So I feel that there's going to be a Fire Emblem Warriors 2, but I also feel that there's going to be Ike and Roy in this game. I just feel at least one of them will make it in at some point, because plans always change, especially with Koei Tecmo when it comes to this franchise, the Warriors games. They always say things that it ends up changing later. Oh, well, we listened to fan feedback, and based on the fans, all of a sudden they're going to say that, yes, we're going to have Fire Emblem Warriors DLC. So I wouldn't take this one too much to heart for right now. Now, once the game launches, then after all the DLC comes out, and if Ike and Roy or all that isn't announced, or if there isn't anything like that, then I'd be like, all right, okay, you got me. But until this point, I would just say be cautious about this one. Don't go expecting it, but then again, I don't think it's off the table completely. All right, and moving on to the next article here. This is something that I talked about on my live stream, and I'm very happy to see. But there are a lot of third-party games selling quite well on the eShop, and I know I discussed it in one of my recent videos, but one game in particular is shooting up the charts faster than SteamWorld Dig, and that is Golf Story, taking the #1 spot on the North American eShop so quickly. Now, this is a digital-only title. You can pick it up. It's a two-man team from Sidebar Games. Really cool dudes out there, man, and I think that this game, Golf Story, shooting up the #1 so fast has been definitely word of mouth. Word of mouth has gotten this game to be downloaded so many times, because you have to remember, SteamWorld Dig 2 is selling like hotcakes according to the SteamWorld Dig 2 developers, Image and Form. The game has been selling quite well. It's the biggest launch in SteamWorld history, and that game just came out. It's not like that game is super old or anything like that. I think it came out September 21st, so yeah, last week or so, and yeah, that game is already killing it. We're seeing SteamWorld Dig 2 rise up the charts everywhere, especially in North America. Now, NBA 2K18 was doing well, holding it off for a bit, but then it surpassed it. But then all of a sudden, you have this game Golf Story that launched on the Nintendo Switch eShop this past week, or this week, depending on when you're watching this video, and all of a sudden, it's in the #1 spot. Usually it takes about a week or so for a newer game to get into that spot, but this game has already eclipsed that in less than a week from when it was released. Now, I streamed the game live, and I thought it was phenomenal. It has some really cool RPG aspects, a lot of different worlds that you can go to with different themes as far as how you golf and what you do, and it's almost like an open world golf game. You can just tee off from anywhere that you want. It's a phenomenal concept, and I think it's something that they've done even better than pretty much any game that's been released before as far as golf games go. And you're doing a lot of other stuff too. It's not just golfing. I mean, like, you're racing, you're hitting zombies, you're doing all sorts of stuff when it comes to this game, and the worlds are unique. Yes, the graphics are somewhat rudimentary. It's like 16 16-bit, something like that. But at the same time, it's still an amazing experience just to look at, just because of all the different varied worlds. And then when you consider it's only by 2 people, and then you look at the writing in the game, because the writing is definitely Earthbound-ish, it makes you just want to buy the game. I think I probably got at least 30 to 40 of you guys to go out there and buy it at my live stream. You guys were all saying, when can I buy it? When can I buy it? When can I buy it? It's not up on the eShop when I was live streaming it. So it was pretty cool just to see the response, and I'm pretty sure these guys are ecstatic, because I think this might be their first game or one of their first games, and they picked a great system to launch it on. I think the Nintendo Switch is amazing for indie developers, because these type of indie games are perfect to play on the go. Sometimes you're not going to want to play that on your TV, and really I only play the games on my TV when I'm live streaming. Otherwise I'm playing handheld modes, like I'll just lie down and relax. And Golf Story has definitely been one of those games where I'm just kind of relaxing and playing the game, but man, it's so good. So if you haven't picked up Golf Story at this point, or if you want to know more about the game, please make sure you check out my live stream that I did on it. I had 4 hours of gameplay on the game. I think it's really good, but let me just say this right now. SteamWorld Dig 2 is no slouch, man. I mean, this is good that all of these games are selling. And it's not only that, Pokémon Tournament, NBA 18, Sonic Mania, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, all of these games are in the top eShop charts, and that's exactly what you want to see. Whereas with the Wii U and some of Nintendo's other systems, you saw a lot of like virtual console games in the top spot. You saw a lot of Nintendo titles, rightfully so, in the top spots, but it's good to see some of these smaller games, some of these third-party titles, like a Sonic Mania, like an NBA 2K18, get the sales that they deserve, especially for making quality ports on the Nintendo Switch. So what do you guys think about Golf Story rising up to the top of the charts? Have you been playing it? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the last article here. We've got the first DirectFeed screenshots of Doom on the Nintendo Switch. So we've seen footage of Doom running on the Nintendo Switch, but that's only been off TV, like off-screen portable mode. However, now we have some DirectFeed screenshots, but looking at these images here, you can clearly tell compared to, like, let's say PC running 1080p 60 frames per second, whatever the case is, that it's not going to be up to that. Same thing goes with PS4 and all that. However, if you look at the screenshots and say, man, I'm going to be playing this anywhere that I want and not hooked up to a TV, or I don't have to be hooked up to a TV or have a big box to play it. On top of that, you just look at the game. Yes, it looks very impressive, especially because many people didn't feel that the Nintendo Switch could pull off these type of graphics, but we're seeing guys like NBA 2K18 pull off some pretty good graphics when it comes to the Switch. The Tegra X1, the custom APIs, as far as what Nintendo and Nvidia has done, has really optimized things in order to get them to get nice visuals on such a small form factor. And going through these screenshots, they do look good as far as Doom goes. They do not look bad at all. Like I said, not quite up to other systems, but at the same time, the fact that you're going to be able to take this anywhere you want, and the fact that it still looks good. It's not like it's completely stripped down to basically nothing or anything like that, or there's completely lack of detail. The screenshots still look good, and if you can imagine playing that multiplayer, if you're out with your friends, or if you're at a convention, you're at a tournament, something like that, and you're out there playing this type of game, multiplayer, think about the type of fun that you've had with Splatoon. I don't know if any of you guys have done LAN with that, but think about that, but down with Doom. I think this is going to be a great experience, man. This was so cool that they're able to get this game optimized to look as good as this. Yes, they had to make some sacrifices. It's not 60 frames per second, it's 30 frames per second. But like I've said before, Doom is not a game that I rushed out to buy on PS4, Xbox One, or PC. There wasn't enough that I saw in it to make me say, okay, I'm gonna rush out there and buy it. But being able to play anywhere I want, so when I go to my mom's house, so my daughter can visit my mom and my sister and my brother-in-law and all that, so when they're playing with her and I have nothing to do because she's the center of attention, so for that time when I don't have anything and I can't lug my PS4 or Xbox One there, the Nintendo Switch is absolutely perfect for those type of situations. But well over 2 hours into SteamWorld Dig when I went to my mom's house this past weekend. So this is something that I'm interested in because this is the type of game that I'd like to play in bits and chunks, especially when I'm not at home. So I'll definitely be picking up Doom, also to support Bethesda because I think that they're doing a great job, and I think it's Panic Button Games that's also doing the port of Doom on the Nintendo Switch. So overall, I'm excited about the game. I think it looks really good. I think the portability aspect is pretty much what's selling me because I didn't buy the game before. So what do you guys think about these DirectFeed screenshots and your thoughts about Doom, in addition to Golf Story rising up the charts, Ike and Roy potentially not being in Fire Emblem Warriors, and some of the footage that you've even seen from Fire Emblem Warriors, because we've got some looks at like 60 frames per second mode and stuff like that, and it's looking not too bad. It's not as bad pared down as I thought it would be. So let me know what you guys think about Fire Emblem Warriors, Golf Story, Doom, all of that. comment section below. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier. Be entered to win some awesome prizes each month. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and $10 prize each tournaments for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, and more. So support PE Live and PE Arena right here on PlayerEssence. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest Japanese, Nintendo, and RPG gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.